The government of St. Kitts and Nevis renews its pledge to eliminate corruption from the public sector with the implementation of its anti-corruption good governance program. Attorney General Garth Wilkin, speaking on the occasion of recognition of International Anti-Corruption Day, spoke of the efforts of Terence Drew administration to fight corruption in public office.
Very shortly, the Integrity Commission will finally get the teeth needed to address corruption by high-level public officers in our federation, by way of amendments and regulations to the Integrity in Public Life Act. Our proposed Anti-Corruption Act envisions the appointment of a special prosecutor to investigate and prosecute criminal acts of corruption throughout the civil service, statutory boards, and government-owned companies. The Freedom of Information Act will finally be operationalized to allow access to the press and public to non-confidential government information. Why are we doing all of this? Why are we prioritizing anti-corruption legislation? Because anti-corruption is built into our country's motto, country above self.
The Attorney General said corruption can easily cripple small islands developing states like St. Kitts and Nevis due to its size and limited resources.
It can have a profoundly detrimental effect on public finances as governments collect less in tax revenue and overpay for goods and services or investment projects. Corrupt activities like government officials taking bribes drain public resources away from education, healthcare, social programs, and effective infrastructure, the kinds of investments that can improve economic performance and raise living standards for all. That is why tackling corruption is the right and responsibility of everyone, and only through cooperation and the involvement of each and every person and institution can we overcome the negative impact of this crime.
International Anti-Corruption Day is observed on December 9th.
The Caribbean American Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Inc., CACI, on Thursday was recognized for its contributions to small and medium enterprises of Caribbean origin in the New York City area. The 37-year-old organization observed its anniversary with a luncheon at Nick's Lobster House in Brooklyn. Among those recognizing CACI for its contributions were the State Assembly of New York, the Mayor's Office, City Council Member's Office, and retired Councilwoman, the Honorable Dr. Una Clark. Here are highlights of their presentation.
I'm just going to read the last sentence. It says, "Now therefore I, Eric Adams, Mayor of the City of New York, on Thursday, December 8th, 2022, do hereby confer this proclamation on Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce and Industry." Congratulations to you all.
I'm here representing Assembly Member Rodney Spichat Hermelin from the 42nd Assembly District. She sends her regards. She's not able to be here today because the legislators were called up to Albany today for their conference. They're getting ready for the new legislative session, so she couldn't be in two places at one time, so she sent me. But I just would like to congratulate CACI for all of the wonderful work that they've done in our community, for supporting all of the small businesses, for connecting all of the small businesses and providing services. One thing I think about when I think about CACI is collaboration. So getting all of the businesses to talk to one another and getting these businesses to find resources and whatnot is something that brings success to this community.
Honor for me to be here to present this on behalf of the council member, but also as a young Caribbean American myself. I was born in St. Lucia, so this is really an awesome opportunity.
My name is David Lewis, Deputy Commissioner at the Mayor's Office, Community Affairs Unit. We are happy to celebrate 37 years with you all here today. When I think about CACI, I really think about legacy. This has not been my first interaction with CACI or with the fingerprints of Dr. Hastic.
I just want to say how honored and privileged it is to be here for 37 years watching CACI's growth. I was with CACI before CACI was CACI, when it was only Roy and myself. And when we decided who would run for public office and who would do what, so there's a lot of history. Roy has been a confidant and a friend, lived like 5 houses away from mine on Midwood Street before he moved to Rutland Road. So I knew him before he was married to Ida. I've given that little Grenadian a couple words in Grenadian back and forth. But everybody knows that my love for Roy is like my own blood, my own family member.
There were also presentations by a visiting mayor from a city in the Dominican Republic who was visiting New York at the time, as well as Dr. Cynthia Mota, president of the Allentown City Council in Pennsylvania, who's also originally from the Dominican Republic.
It's great to be among people, among your people. I'm originally from the Dominican Republic. So we're from the Caribbean too. So we're sisters, right? And I have been the first Dominican president of Allentown City Council, and it has been an honor. But I want to make sure that I'm not the only one, you know, because we need to open doors.
Everybody in my family used to serve the people, work for the people, for people. And my city have had 500 years was founded for Cristoforo Colombo. And never ever one woman tried to be mayor. And one day I talked to my husband and I said, what do you mean if I try to be mayor? And he said, what? And I said, yes. And he said, yes, I know you can. I know you. I know you love work for poor people. I know you love serve. And you know what? Some people say, no, she's crazy. That's impossible. We are not prepared to get the vote for a woman. And I tried it the first time. I win one time. I went 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times.
The Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Inc. was founded in August 1985 and is a statewide membership organization in New York, which has developed expertise in providing business assistance to small and startup business owners in areas of business planning, financing, certification, procurement, business expansion, and export-import opportunities. It was founded by the late Dr. Roy Hastig. Andre Huey, Skn Newsline. When you're looking to sell, buy, rent, or manage a property, your answer has to be Diamond Real Estate and Management St. Kitts, Dreams. They provide oversight of real estate and physical property in St. Kitts and Nevis, perform regular maintenance, utility payments, and safety checks to ensure your property is well kept. Dreams manages and optimizes your rental listing, recruits tenants, and much more. Looking to sell that parcel of land or property, or dreaming of owning your own? Trust Dreams under the leadership and experience of its CEO, Velma Merchant. Many can attest to her professionalism and customer service. Diamond Real Estate Management St. Kitts. Call 663-7326 or visit their office at 15 Shadwell Industrial Estate, making your real estate dreams come true. The holiday season is approaching, and now is the time to get the message out about your business. Skn Newsline introduces special advertising rates for the Christmas season with our Christmas specials. You can advertise on the Skn Newsline Newscast or send special holiday greetings to the general public with our Christmas greetings on both Skn Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at affordable prices. Call our marketing department for more information, 665-7496, or email advertising@sknnewsline.com. 'Tis the season to be jolly, so enjoy our Christmas specials at Skn Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio and promote your business the effective way this holiday season.
The Skn Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips. Nestled between evergreen mountains and the Caribbean Sea on the island of St. Kitts is the Mill House Guest House and Convention Center. With breathtaking views, a rugged, beautiful shoreline, and immaculate manicured gardens make this the perfect location for your holiday, event, or wedding. with a large convention center, apartments with balconies providing stunning views, and a secluded cottage for larger family groups or honeymooning couples looking for some privacy. We have something for everyone. Book your stay at www.millhouseskn.com or visit our Facebook page, the Millhouse Guest House and Convention Center, an oasis of tranquility.
Shante Hendrickson, singing as Princess Nevaeh, created history on Friday evening, December 10th, becoming the first female to capture the crown in the Flow 2022-2023 National Junior Calypso Monarch competition. Hendrickson, a 16-year-old student of Gingerland Secondary School in Nevis, delivered a hard-hitting calypso, I'm Confused, to amass a crown-winning 227 points. Princess Nevaeh, who made her debut in the Junior Calypso competition when she was just 9 years old, went on to capture several crowns and is the reigning Nevis Culturama Festival Junior Calypso Monarch 2022. Eric Evelyn, Minister of Youth and Culture in the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, and area representative for St. George Gingerland, registered heartfelt congratulations to the young queen on her achievement. The Culture Minister also extended congratulations to first runner-up Teron Invincible Webb, who previously held the title. He earned 221 points for his rendition Fake Profiles. This was Invincible's last appearance in the junior competition. He has won 8 titles, 5 consecutive crowns in the National Carnival Junior Calypso competition, and 3 consecutive crowns in the Nevis Culturama Junior Calypso contest. The 17-year-old is a student at the Nevis Sixth Form College. Also coming in for congratulations was Dequan Hendrickson, a 13-year-old student of the Gingerland Secondary School. He amassed 212 points for Mommy Cry to place second runner-up. The other participants in the Flow 2022-2023 National Junior Calypso Monarch competition were 10-year-old Alija Princess Callie Hendrickson of the Joycelyn Primary School, 17-year-old Marquise Mighty J. Washington, a recent graduate of the Gingerland Secondary School, and Quincy Mighty Q.J. Isaac, a 12-year-old student of the Charlestown Secondary School. Minister Evelyn said it was a major coup for Nevis sweeping the top positions in the competition, but also because all of this year's participants hailed from Nevis. I'm Andre Huey for Skn Newsline.
The government of St. Kitts and Nevis continues to benefit from its long-standing relationship with the government of Switzerland, with the latest contribution coming in the form of a financial donation to the Joseph N. General Hospital. The Swiss Confederation, through the Honorary Consulate General in St. Kitts and Nevis, made a donation of $20,000 to the island's main health institution on Thursday, December 8th, during a brief ceremony at the hospital's conference room. The Honorary Consul General of Switzerland is Mr. Ernest Amory.
The funding is much needed, and it will be used to help us to improve specifically the surgical services of the hospital, as well as the functioning of the operating theatre. And we are really very much looking forward to any future collaboration that we can get, the Ministry of Health, the institutions, the community-based health services, and anything that we can do to just help to improve, like I said, the quality of medical care and the quality of medical service that we can offer here in St. Kitts and Nevis.
The contribution was accepted by the Director of Health Institutions within the Ministry of Health, Dr. Jensen Morton, who indicated that the monetary donation will go towards the improvement of surgical services at the hospital.
During the pandemic, the Jane France hospital was overburdened with providing health care to all citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. At this time, I would like to thank everyone, all the nurses and doctors who worked long hours in providing the well-needed health care to keep our country safe. In doing so, we would like to acknowledge and present a gift of $20,000. This is an annual budget that has been designated to St. Kitts. This $20,000 will be used for the right purposes at this hospital.
The presentation of the check was witnessed by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Dolores Stapleton Harris, as well as the executive body of the hospital and key members of the JNF Hospital's surgical staff.
When you're
looking to sell, buy, rent, or manage a property, your answer has to be Diamond Real Estate and Management St. Kitts, Dreams. They provide oversight of real estate and physical property in St. Kitts and Nevis, perform regular maintenance, utility payments, and safety checks to ensure your property is well kept. Dreams manages and optimizes your rental listing, recruits tenants, and much more. Looking to sell that parcel of land or property, or dreaming of owning your own? Trust Dreams under the leadership and experience of its CEO, Velma Merchant. Many can attest to her professionalism and customer service. Diamond Real Estate Management St. Kitts. Call 663-7326 or visit their office at 15 Shadwell Industrial Estate, making your real estate dreams come true. The holiday season is approaching, and now is the time to get the message out about your business. Skn Newsline introduces special advertising rates for the Christmas season with our Christmas specials. You can advertise on the Skn Newsline Newscast or send special holiday greetings to the general public with our Christmas greetings on both Skn Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at affordable prices. Call our marketing department for more information, 665-7496, or email advertising@sknnewsline.com. 'Tis the season to be jolly, so enjoy our Christmas specials at Skn Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio and promote your business the effective way this holiday season.
Online radio has never been this great. It's Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Tune into Voice of the Caribbean Radio for great Caribbean programs, news, entertainment, sports, and current affairs. Wake up each morning and be inspired with One Day at a Time with Kim Huey. Stay abreast with news across the Caribbean and internationally with the Caribbean News Hour, and be entertained with shows like Reggaeville, Caribbean Classics, and Jive Music Show. Visit our website, download our Android mobile app, or listen us on TuneIn Radio. There is so much more on Voice of the Caribbean Radio, reaching the Caribbean and beyond. Check website or app for program schedule.
Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the College Street Gut, Bastille, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastille, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one. If you're looking for a place to host that special event, conference, meeting, social event, party, whatever the occasion, your best option is the Millhouse Convention Center, Palmetto Point, St. Kitts. Located on the picturesque Garvey's Estate, the Millhouse Guesthouse Convention Center has enough space for outdoor events overlooking the Caribbean Sea. If you're looking indoors, the center is equipped with amenities needed to make your event a success. And by combining both spaces, you're sure to have a memorable event, no matter the occasion. Call the offices at Millhouse Guesthouse and Convention Center to book your next event on simply the most beautiful place in St. Kitts. Call 668-1392. Millhouse Convention Center at Garvey's Estate, Palmetto Point, St. Kitts. Making your event memorable.
On Thursday, Vice President Dr. Bar Jagdeo held a press conference where several issues were addressed. Starting with local government election, LGE, the Vice President said the People's Progressive Party Civic supports another round of claims and objections to ensure a transparent list. The plans for the local government polls were derailed after the opposition's scrutineer filed a court action against the Guyana Elections Commission GCOM over its failure to correctly compile the voters' list in accordance with the law. But Jagdeo is contending that the APNU-AFC coalition does not want LGE.
On the elections matter and what's taking place at GCOM, we knew APNU doesn't want local government elections from a long time. They're not ready. They're having a hard time finding candidates. People don't want to go on the list. And who would want to go on a list when they know that they're facing a sure defeat in the local government elections.
Moreover, he accused the opposition of bullying the PPC supporters of their communities.
We made it clear they don't own any community. We will work with people across the country in every community, regardless of how they voted, to bring development to everyone.
Meanwhile, the VP announced that CH4 Lane Saker would be constructing the power and natural gas liquids plants at Wales West Bank Demerara at a reduced cost of US $759 million. Initially, the company had submitted a bid to construct the facility for US $899 million, but according to the VP, there were several changes. He said the project would transform Guyana. The plants are expected to be commissioned by the end of 2024. Reporting for HGP Nightly News, Shamar Allen.
The Works Minister is responding to members of the opposition who is calling for his resignation amid a number of concerns that he says is affecting residents. Well, the minister says he acknowledges those issues but went on to assert that government is addressing them head-on. Jose Etienne has that report.
Opposition officials gathering outside the Ministry of Works last week to express outrage over a number of issues that they claim are vexing the Bahamian public. Topping that list of grievances is the increase in electricity bills that was issued in October.
His bad decision has led to 163% increase in fuel costs over a 13-month period. Those increases, the public has already began to feel the pressure.
However, Works Minister Alfred Sayers says that decision is temporary as government is working on a more sustainable solution.
This is not meant to last, as the government has stated, that it is temporary, and it is anticipated that in the next 12 to 18 months, the fuel charge will be lowered.
Sayers also responding to criticisms from opposition officials and members of the public who continue to voice their grievances with the state of the public roads.
I'll be awaiting, and we are systematically and incrementally engaged in a road redevelopment program, as you would know from Village Road. The ministry has embarked on a systematic paving and repair program to stabilize the roads.
Opposition leader Michael Pintard also crying shame on the Davis administration for a water supply crisis in Eleuthera. This as residents on that island were forced to go without water for 7 days due to disruption in supply. However, the Works Minister asserts that a plan is being devised to give Eleutherans a sigh of relief.
The water desalination system in the north as well as central south Eleuthera is back on. And we had a meeting in this conference room. We asked for the operator of the desalination plant to meet with us. We met with Aqua Design, and we also met with Veolia, which is the parent company of Aqua Design. And we wanted to just clarify what are these outstanding issues from their perspective.
Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.
You'd think that after imposing some of the toughest COVID-19 restrictions on the planet, lifting them would fill the streets and cafes with people and life would be getting back to normal. By getting rid of measures like forcing people into quarantine camps, letting people isolate at home and allowing free travel within the country, China may have stopped the protests that took place last week, and citizens have expressed relief, but this is now happening. People are still afraid to go out. In Wuhan, where the first cases of COVID-19 were discovered, it's still mostly empty and business owners are worried.
Businesses are struggling to hold on. Let's see how it goes. After things have opened up, we'll have to see if there are any travelers. We have to see what the footfall will be like. If things are still the same next year, people will have to leave.
People are staying away because they're afraid the lifting of the restrictions will mean more people will be exposed to the virus. But the government is working to reassure people that they are safe to get back to their lives. One of the other big worries is a lack of medical supplies and testing kits, but pharmacists in southern China say once disrupted supply chains are now functioning as they're supposed to.
There have been times when we've run out of stock because demand has significantly increased, but we have made some adjustments, so if we run out of certain items, they will be restocked the next morning.
It'll take a while for people to begin to get back some semblance of a normal life. The Chinese government has pushed the narrative the only way you deal with COVID-19 is that you don't have any cases at all. But its own health experts are now saying by scrapping regular testing, infections are going up. Not so, say the government. Health authorities reported 1,661 new infections for Beijing on Saturday, down 42% from 3,974 on December 6th, a day before the national policies were dramatically relaxed. Transitioning from a zero COVID policy to a deal with COVID policy is going to take some time, an opinion that health experts and the government seem to agree on. But how that transition is managed is in dispute, with health officials fearing a mass outbreak. But Beijing's worried that the tough restrictions on movement that led to rare protests and open criticism of the government will flare up again. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera.
African leaders are meeting this week in the United States of America for the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit. The meeting brings together several African leaders, organizations, and even top government officials from the U.S. The Biden's three-day summit will feature announcements of new U.S. investments and highlight food security worsened by invasion of Ukraine. The summit will also focus on values such as democracy and good governance, as well as fighting climate change. One key topic will be the fate of the African Growth and Opportunity Act, the 2000 deal that granted duty-free access to the U.S. market for most products from sub-Saharan nations that meet standards on rights and democracy. The pact expires in 2025, leading African leaders to seek clarity at a time that the United States has soured on trade deals. The United States had invited all Africa Union members in good standing and with which Washington has full relations. Leaders from South Africa, Egypt, DRC, Equatorial Guinea, Tunisia, and other African countries are expected to attend the summit.
Today, my administration is announcing that 30...
Well, now the World Cup quarterfinal actions have ended. We're getting ready for the semi-finals, which starts on Tuesday. But let's give you the results of all the quarterfinal matchups, which began on Friday. It was between Croatia and Brazil that got things started off. Both teams were locked in 0-0 at regulation time, then 1-1 at extra time, and Croatia coming out winners 4-2 on penalties. The next match was the Netherlands versus Argentina. That was an exciting match. Argentina leading 2-0 up to the 80th minute, conceded two late goals before regulation time to draw that game 2-2, sending it into extra time. No one able to break the deadlock. Went to penalties and Argentina prevailed 4-3 on penalties. Then on Saturday, Morocco, the shocker of the World Cup so far, they became the first African team to qualify for the semi-finals when they defeated Portugal 1-0 on Saturday in World Cup quarterfinal action. That ended Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo's dream of winning their first ever World Cup. Then the following matchup saw France, the defending champions, taking on England. France coming out the victors 2-1 in a very exciting encounter. Harry Kane, England, scored a penalty to give England that goal, and that was an equalizer at the time, but Olivier Giroud of France made sure England went ahead with a beautiful header to give them a 2-1 lead. Harry Kane then later on in the game had another chance to equalize with a penalty, but this time he skied the ball over the crossbar, giving England the ultimate victory to move on to the semi-final. So the semi-finals will see Argentina playing Croatia, 3 p.m. local time. That's happening on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday France will take on Morocco, also at 3 p.m. local time. The finals will be played on Sunday, the 18th of December at 11 a.m. and before that, of course, on Saturday, also at 11 a.m. we'll see the third place playoff between the losers of the semi-finals.
Welcome to the Skn Newsline Weather Report. I am Janil Boone. Here is a look at the forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis. For a more detailed weather report, visit our website at www.sknnewsline.com.